Hi everyone, I'm Drew Steinbrecher. I live in Over the Rhine and this is my home studio. I love my home studio because I can come and go whenever I want. I can work in the morning if I want, or I can work in the evening. It doesn't really matter. One negative is I can't separate it, so I'm always kind of attracted to the studio. I'm always in here tinkering around, or I feel like I should be here. So this is my design wall where I work on my quilts. It's covered in felt, and I can stick the fabric onto it and it sticks because of the static. Also, I obviously have pins that I can use because it's a styrofoam. I also have things on here that inspire me. For example, this is some digitally printed fabric with my photography, which I'm starting to use in my quilts. This is just some hand-painted fabric that I did. This is dye discharge fabric. I used bleach, and the dye comes out of the fabric, and so you can kind of paint on it. I've started using a gel plate, which is a way to monoprint, and I'm starting to test using fabrics on it. So that's kind of like my next in the evolution of my art. Let's see what else here. These name tags are from my classes at the Crow Barn, taking classes with Nancy Crow. And these are kind of like my trophies. The classes can be pretty intense, so I kind of see them as like my root, like the trophy for getting through the class. This is a quilt I completed this past spring, and then there's just more fabric over here. This is more digitally printed fabric, more dye discharge. These are this is some fabric I got in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. My mom lives there, and we were there in the fall, which obviously is a big quilting area because of the Amish. So this is where I store all my fabric. I use solid colored fabric, cotton fabric, and I need a lot of choices. So that's why you see so much here, because I may use a little of this and a little of that. Saturated colors, desaturated colors. I just need a lot of option. I don't, I kind of improvise as I go when I work with fabric. So I just need to have a choice. I don't order fabric for a project. I just use what I have. Over here we have, scraps. I think every artist or sewer can't really get rid of their scrap. So obviously this is my sewing machine, where I quilt and start on my sewing projects. I bought this brand Bernina because it's Swiss. It's a real like workhorse. It's also you can see that it's pretty. It's a lot bigger than a standard sewing machine. It has all this space here, so I can put a lot of fabric through here. And you can see all my thread. I don't use a lot of thread, but you can kind of see what I use here. Fancy Italian thread right there. You can see some bags I have here. This is from Quilt National. I was in Quilt National in 2019. So I kind of keep that there as kind of like a reminder of what I was able to achieve.